Hello, students. Let us begin our introduction to the summary of the play Macbeth. We enter into scene 4 and 5 of Act 5th of the play. In scene 4, the English army, which is commanded by Malcolm, an old seaward, now enter into Birnam Wood. Birnam is a forest in Scotland. The Scottish nobles, Menteith, Caithness, Angus, Lennox, etc., 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 they have also joined Malcolm. For reasons of strategy, Malcolm gives an order that every soldier in his army should cut down a branch from a tree in the forest Birnam and carry it in front of him so that the advancing army, do not become visible to the enemy from distance. That is to say, so that Macbeth cannot see that an army is approaching towards Scotland. Old Seward says that the time has come for the battle which will decide who is to rule Scotland. It shows, this particular scene shows that the English army under the command of Malcolm, Old Seward, has started advancing towards the fort of Dunsinane. However, an important point in this scene is that every soldier is to screen himself, hide himself behind the branch of a tree. So, this is very important. We know witches have made a prediction that until the forest Birnam comes to Dunsinane, Macbeth cannot be defeated. And this scene hints that every soldier will carry a branch of Birnam forest up to Dunsinane. And in this manner, the Dunsinane will move to the fort at Dunsinane. Birnam will move to Dunsinane. Now we enter in scene 5 of Act 5. At the castle of Dunsinane, Macbeth is ready to face the advancing English army. Macbeth is full of confidence, you can see. Just then a sound of woman weeping is heard from inside. Satan goes to find out the reason for the weeping. Macbeth, in his soliloquy, says that he has almost forgotten the taste of fears. Why? Because he has fed himself thoroughly with horrors. There was a time when he would have left terrified on hearing somebody screaming at night, but now nothing can startle him, nothing can surprise him, because he is thoroughly accustomed to the scenes of horror. Satan returns with the news that Lady Macbeth is no more, she is dead. Macbeth shows little emotion on hearing this news. He is unaffected. He is not tormented openly. On the contrary, he comments upon the futility of human existence, saying that life is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. And this is one of the most famous dialogues of Shakespeare in whole of English literature. And many times small questions are asked on this particular dialogue. Who has spoken these words and what do they signify? So you have to remember the context. Macbeth says these lines on the death of Lady Macbeth, and actually he expresses the vanity of human life. A messenger comes and reports having seen Birnam forest, Birnam wood, beginning to move towards Dunsinane. Macbeth cannot believe that such a thing can happen, and yet it seems to him that the messenger is telling the truth. He begins to doubt the double meaning in the prophecies made by the witches. Now he comes to understand that actually witches made predictions, but they had double meaning. Yet he has a hope that the messenger's report may turn out to be false. There are three significant points to be noted in this scene. First of all, Macbeth has become totally insensitive to the scenes of horror. Secondly, Macbeth receives the news of his wife's death without any feeling. This shows the wide distance which now separates the two of them. There is a striking development here so far as there was a time when these two were close comrades, deeply attached to each other, and they were common conspirators. They had shared their ambition. Macbeth, whom we meet in this scene, is absolutely different from the Macbeth of the first two acts. The speech he now makes on the futility of human life, human existence, is the last important speech that Macbeth makes in this play. The third noteworthy point is the movement of the Birnam wood toward Dunsinane. Actually, of course, it is the English soldiers who are carrying the branches of trees in front of them who are moving towards Dunsinane. That's all in scene 4 and 5. And now we reach to the concluding part of the play. We will, in our next lecture, we will conclude the play, and that will include scene 6th, 7th, and 8th of Act 5. Thank you very much.